44, Bautista won the election, but it couldn't be handled, and he rose from his fall. In 1952, the Cuban president ran for re-election, but instead of waiting for the votes to be counted, decided to just stage a military coup. He overthrew Carlos Brio, became dictator of Cuba. In his second presidency, he was a military tyrant who killed thousands, allowed the American mafia to build casinos all over Havana, and all the while the people of Cuba remained in poverty. Then came Fidel. He came from a wealthy family and even gained his law degree. On July 26, Castro and rebels attacked the Moncada barracks, hoping to cause an uprising. Although it felt insignificant, the beginning of the Cuban Revolution against Batista and by Castro, the spotlight, it felt horribly. Half the rebels got killed and Fidel got captured. His speech in trial stating, "History will absolve me." Castro fled to Mexico to rebuild and reorganize. In Mexico, where he met Che, and they formed July 26 movement. In 1956, sneaked into Cuba. From there, formed an army against Batista's, causing him to flee. 1959 January, first Castro was made prime minister, lied to everyone, and he has been dictator ever since. Many Cubans left when it became clear that the revolution was a Marxist one. Right after the Cuban Revolution of 1959, U.S. maintained an embargo, which makes it a crime for any U.S. court to do work with Cuba. April 17, 1961, the day of his invasion, the U.S. government distrusted Castro and his relationship with Nikita. JFK approved of Eisenhower, his plan to invade Cuba. 1,500 Cuban exiles landed at Bay of Pigs, supported by the USA. Invasion failure. Some exiles were killed. The Soviets had installed nuclear missiles in Cuba. Fate of millions literally hinged upon the ability of two men, President JFK and Premier Nikita, to reach a compromise. Almost 50 years later, relations between Castro's Cuba and the United States remain strained and tenuous.
I'm a diva. 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 I'm a diva.